I've still got to do an engine swap. I need to find a good engine swap car. It shows you what a high value car looks like overall. Nismo R-Tune, you can buy one of them for like 230,000 or something like that, and not like it'd be brand spanking new. But for whatever reason, a Nismo version like this, what's the stats? Unknown really for body parts and stuff. Yeah, everything's pretty good quality. It's just not 100%, so you don't get that 100% value stat. But that's really cheap for a starting price at 33. Potentially, I should be really buying one of these and doing one up. Considering if I was to go to, fuck's sake, if I was to go to the auction, this is sitting at 94,000. I reckon if you got one of these wrecked, absolute wrecked, and you could at least repair half of the engine or at least half the suspension, you'd be in a really good position to get 200 grand. There's a sort of half-arsed Supra over there. I wonder how much that one is. So much cleaner Evo than I have. Look at that, that could be flipped pretty quickly. Is that what this Supra is? It's a 3-star because it's pretty fucked. Technically, yes. Yeah, so like this, I could literally do like most of the repair work on it. And it'd make a really good profit from going from a 50% car to 100%. This is showing it's 79,000 as well, and it's the turbo engine. Considering mine that's sitting in the garage right now, yes, it has some tuner parts, but it's sitting at, I guess, like 190,000 or something like that. That could be an incredible return to be able to do a car like this and only spend, if I'm lucky, like 30 grand or something on it. That'd get me enough money for sure to just retire. And these are classed as pristine because they drive. These are classed as decent cars, like 3-star cars. There's no special turbo to them or anything like that. The badges can be all changed over, removed, adapted. Is it going to be worth it? Is there any other cars that are nearby? I don't really want to do another Supra because I've already done one. But for profit and investment, it's nearly a no-brainer. There's an Nismo CRS sitting there. How bad a nick is this? It's in pretty good nick. Never mind then. What about the Skylines? I've been really wanting to do a Skyline for a long time. And I don't really... Oh, it's got the Nismo engine in it. At the 63,000. It's got the... holy shit. It's got the 370Z Nismo engine in it. Got an M spec sitting here, which is a standard one. Much better engine. Bodywork really needs a lot of work done to it. It's estimated at 53 and a half. How bad is it? I know that's like, it's just an engine cover. That's the other thing as well is, so that makes it look nicer underneath as well. I feel like the engine is pretty wrecked in certain places. Most of the suspension can get refurbed. It's quite a good amount of that can get refurbed actually. What the fuck are these fuel tanks all about? Right, so that's the M-Spec. Let's have a look at the other one that's sitting here. The CRS. I'm guessing that's the off-roader. No, it's not. It's the big 2JZ engine in it. The Extreme Nismo front. This one's 148 estimated. What's the parts like? I could be buying this one at 150 grand and making over 100 grand in profit if I do it right. Make sure everything gets done on it. And most of this would be refurb work by the looks of it. Not the worst thing on the planet. Right, so I believe it runs being a 3-star. Everything sitting here is at yellow. We don't know how fucked up the engine is, which isn't a big problem to be fair. It's just a 6-cylinder. And it's saying it's 148,000. The only difference is it's a 2JZ engine. That's what makes this, well, that's a cover that makes it look like a 2JZ, but that's not really part of the point. It's a much nicer, much bigger engine that's in it. Compared to the other one, CRS, Nismo R-Tune, there's a V-Spec Japanese Police. Liberty Walk, we don't want Liberty Walks. BMW E36. I don't even know what kind of body kits you can put in them. Compared to the M-Spec, the M-Spec's literally just the standard Skyline. What's a pristine arching look? Yeah, that's the... It's got the proper Skyline GTR engine in it. That's estimated only at 94,000, so I think definitely going for this other one, 150, is going to be worth it. It doesn't look like much, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we're looking at 150. Yep, we're only fighting against one person now. Done for 127. Its estimated value is at 148.5, which is quite accurate. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite accurate. Let's have a wee look at some of the scraps as well. I'm never buying a Jaguar E-Type ever again. There's a Zonda Reluction, F-Type Jag, Toyota Corolla. Some of these salvages are like amazing, and the quality of them. You're just missing so many parts. I don't know. I don't know about going for one of these track specs. Don't know what the total values are worth. This one's estimated at 115 grand, standard. So again, you can make a good amount of money against it. Couple of RX-7s in there, Honda Civic. I don't remember downloading a Honda... Oh, that's right. The mod, the quality of life mod actually calls them roughly what they should be called. Even if they're fake. It's quite a nice wee thing to do. Yeah, I think we'll leave this altogether. We'll just go back to the garage and go for a Skyline. Got roughly an hour and a half to do this, so I reckon within 40 minutes we can get this sorted. Not a problem. So first things first, we're going to do, we're going to clean all the panels up. Do the interior cleaning as well. I'm hoping the majority of these body parts can be recovered. Just double check before we start anything. We have got sell that. Enter, yeah, enter, and enter. got to be a better front bumper I could probably put on to show off that Nismo. Start up. It will start up. Which is good. Not all hope is lost. Going to take out all the seats, the steering wheel. Right, so first things first, I think we need to focus on getting the engine out as always, so we can strip the engine more effectively. I love how this car floats, it's fucking brilliant. Yeah, the car's going to give us a bit of resistance with some bolts, that's not a bad thing. I think what we'll do is we'll do everything sort of like golden. This is the thing about the Skylines also don't like, is they try and fitted a too big an engine, so stuff like the cross member and all that actually sort of intervenes with the car. They've done pretty well on the front side, just the back end definitely they could have nudged that somehow. I don't know how much they could have nudged that forward. It would have looked better on the front end than it would in the back. Right, okay, so we need to disconnect the drive shaft as well. Well, that's all part of the cross member as well, so we don't really need to do that as of yet, but we'll take the tyres off. Everything's decent enough to drive, it's... So there's a full engine cover, it hides everything. It literally hides everything. It's fucking insane, I don't know why they do that with the mod packs, but it's the way to do it I guess if you want to get this car in the game. I need to drain the oil, that's my bad. I forgot it's a starter, it's not a dead car. Too used to dead cars. Okay, clean oil in it. Been serviced, just not pristine. See, this can get a V8 AXK. Let's have a wee look and see what the V8 AXK is. V8 SOF AXK. A very large V8 engine. It'd just be ruining the profit. I think that's partly what I need to try and do, is get a car that's the engine's not existent and it makes me want to swap it. Like it's a dead engine, so it'll make me want to swap it to something else. Otherwise we're going to have something like this where it's just going to cost a lot of money. You can understand if it was something that you were keeping, and it would be something quite unusual to be able to do. You need to remember that this is an inline 6. do like how the majority of the bolts that you see, or at least all of the bolts that you see, can be removed. Right, so taking the majority of the bottom half off, let's take off this side manifold. We're going to upgrade everything as well with as many performance parts as possible. That's one thing I never done with the Supra, was put a lot of the performance parts on it. I reused a lot of it considering I was thinking that I was going to sell it. So there's not a lot of extra power gain. There is in places, just not the whole lot. This is going to be the whole lot to get the most amount of money out of it. Hate the inline sixes. So much for the internal parts to be removed. But then again, I don't like V12s. So, there we go. I'm really hoping the sort of quality of life mod is going to kick in. It already seems to help a lot with timing, especially when you're buying parts. It's potentially the best part altogether with it. There is a no bolt mod as well, so every bolt automatically gets removed. But this is partly the satisfying part. The pistons are very clean, very healthy. It's just the camera angles. See if they could speed up the camera angles of things being removed. Just things being lifted a wee bit faster, that would definitely help a lot. It's fine on like maybe one item, but when you're doing a whole line of an engine like this, you don't need to do the whole animation of everything lifting up and disappearing. It's part of the game accounting for it, I guess, as well. We have the whole block removed. We'll do the panels first on repair. There's another one as well which is like automatic repairing. I don't really trust that one purely because you might pick up a part and it just disappears because the mod fucked up. I didn't really want to activate that one, but there's one where you can go to the bench table and it just starts repairing stuff. I might consider looking at it just to cut down a bit of time. Yeah, it also works on the lathe as well, so everything that you take off the card gets recycled automatically. But this is part of the manual part of the game. It's quite pace changing. So you're not sitting there like taking parts off all the time, on and off. Now, engine wise, with colours, should I just stick with the red and black? Everything literally black with the red top cover. You're not going to see anything at all because of the engine cover that's on it. But you will see it on the bottom, plus it's part of satisfaction. Do we paint everything? Or do we not? I'll see what the engine block turns out like, what you can paint on the engine block. I think I'd done the Supra one orange, because everything on it is orange. All these wee extra parts like this with the camshafts, I'm not going to be using the camshafts, I'll be buying performance ones, same with the heads. But the parts that I do need to be repaired, that'd be amazing, is all these caps. To buy several caps is just a pain in the backside all the time. When you can refurb them, it's a lot more effective. And the block itself. Right, so let's have a wee quick look. There's a lot of parts that are completely shafted, stuff like the camshaft caps. Specifically for this car, they can't be refurbished. What else have we got there? We've got the ignition coils, the cam gears, they're expected with the interior parts. The alloys as well. I'm going to put the alloys into a storage unit actually, so that I can keep a hold of them to find out if the stock, if there's anything against the stock sizes. But yeah, everything else is pretty much 100%, which is decent. So let's go into the warehouse. We're going to allocate this one within warehouse 5 because we're going to keep the wheels separate from everything else. We are going to sell everything else that's under. Under 90%. Sell. I think what we'll do just now is at least just put the body parts on that have managed to survive. That way we know what is fucked, what's not. We'll change stuff as well to match our own mods. The good thing by the looks of it is that the majority of this has been repaired because it's modified. You'll see a lot of the parts are just mods. That are mods, sorry, you can repair them to 100%. Brilliant. So the whole shell has been repaired. The engine has mainly been redone. We're going to quickly look at a colour scheme for the block. Another nice thing with the retention is that the doors stay open. It remembers stuff like that now with the quality of life mod. So everything I've been doing is sort of like within the gold colour range. I have thought about doing blues because I'm considering doing this like a Bayside blue. And I think that's what we'll do. We'll put the main block and stuff like that as like this blue colour. Same with the topper. We can set the topper separately, or we can just have the topper just red. Quite a high gloss red, but you don't really get a nice gloss finish off this, unfortunately. So blue I think it'll be. Right, so what is the type of engine that we have? We have an i6 Bus T. So we are going to go into the performance parts and we're going to type in BU2T. Right, so we need two sets of cam gears, camshafts. We're going to need the engine head. We'll need a manifold. We'll need the exhaust. We'll need the exhaust too. Need the secondaries, section A's. Yeah, I just bought a bus too without the turbo. So there's a very specific turbo model. Everything needs to have that. And the turbo itself. Brilliant. So that way we can just start painting all these parts together. That's really strong on the chameleon, ain't it? Let's tone that down a wee bit. Head covers. Yeah, I think we'll go for the quite strong on the head covers at least. I thought we actually had performance head covers, but we don't, so that's fine. I think the fuel rail we definitely got. Yeah, we did. Got a performance fuel rail. I feel like we should actually do some of the metal parts like that. Maybe the copperish gold colour. I think that would look quite nice, so that's what we'll do. Not everything. I think just some parts that are going to definitely be more suited towards that. Do everything quite bright other than that, I guess. Head manufacture, so this sort of stuff, yeah, would look nice and blue, but I think that sort of copperish might definitely set it off with the chrome that's going to be coming off the exhaust. The head cover, for whatever reason, you can change, but it doesn't change anything, so that's fine. Oil pan. Oil pan's going to be the lower colour, that's fine. Starter motor, apparently. Put that the blue since it's matching with the blue on the gearbox. Throttle body, let's shove the throttle because the rest of it is that sort of copperish gold. We'll go with coppery gold. The covers are going to be that strong blue. I don't really want to make them the metal colour. Hello. Have I bugged something? We're going to save the game, just quickly return. First time they've sort of bugged out like that. It's the only thing I'd probably say, the bugs in the quality of life mod, when you start using mods like this, you're going to get way more quality of life way less quality of life because it's going to cause some more problems. There you go, the doors are open now. Right, so the doors are actually stuck open, okay? But the side doors are, so I can always use that. Never mind. Let's go build the engine. We don't have the decent oil filter, so that's fine. So, for the part of the quality of life now, you'll see this. You get the pistons with the con rods. We have got 6. And when we open the shopping list, it's no longer on the shopping list basically. That's part of the quality of life. Look at these piston rings. We'll just buy them. Because the camshafts are quite particular on this build, we are going to have to buy them brand new because they can't be refurbished. Every single part of this has been refurbished, which is pretty decent so far. We need the oil filter, we need the fuel filter, and we need an alternator. So we need all them from the performance parts. The alternator is there. The oil filter is not part of it. The fuel filter is. We can deal with it being that sort of pale blue. The next thing that we have on performance is the flywheel, clutch plate, and then we need to go into the regular shop and do a bearing. We're going to need 4-wheel hub bearings for later on anyway. BU2T, camshafts. I forget how many it was, I'll figure them out. Let me flip this round. The engine matches really nicely actually with the blue so far. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 per side. That's why I wanted to check that. Turbo's huge on this thing. We'll just buy a roller, there's no point in trying to figure out if we've got one in the warehouse, but then the warehouse detection mod should be able to pull that through anyway, but it didn't have any shown, so that's fine. So see, as soon as I'm buying them, like literally the stock on the shopping list goes down. It's a really nice wee excess feature, so I don't need to constantly click off the shopping list. It's good at the very beginning, but when you get to this stage it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Did the idler pulley get done? Specified idler pulley. Doesn't look like anything different from the other one, but never mind. Right, so now we need spark plugs and ignition coils. So spark, we need 6 of, because it's in line 6, and then we need for this, we need ignition coils, 6 of, again being the inline 6. Got the flywheel and clutch pieces. And that's our engine complete. We can then begin work. Before we start populating everything else that's in this, I'm actually going to take out all the fluids because I need to take half these parts out to renovate them anyway, if it's possible. Hi Eric, thanks for joining. How are you? I've drained everything, I can remove everything. Fucking fuses, man, honest to God. Want that 100% bonus off of this. Nice one, man, same here. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. Oh, fucking, we take out the axle, remove the fucking hub bearing first. Jesus Christ, John. I can't do half this stuff without going down. I love how the fucking steering rack literally goes through the engine. It's hilarious. The power of mods puts a fucking steering rack right through, right through the fucking engine. Hilarious. Right, anyway. We're doing this for money. We're not doing this for having a perfected car. Sweet. Gonna need a lot of bearings for this, as per. Steering rack and the drive shaft was sitting running through the fucking engine. Like, what the fuck? Right, and the exhaust, did that fit right? Yeah, it should have. The sway bar as well. Like, what the fuck, man? You're gonna mod a car, mod a car into a game, make sure some of the parts pretty much fit the way that they're intended. Same with that. These fucking fuel tanks. What are these fuel tanks about? Oh, the pumps in fuel tank B. Right, okay, that makes sense. The car looks good. I think that's basically the whole point of it. It looks good, and then it sort of drives good, especially when you get the body kit on it, and it doesn't look like it's so high from the ground. Dun, dun, dun. These are the slightly easier bits of suspension, just it's a lot of parts. I love how they've got two small intercoolers in the back as well. Okay. Interesting. So we've done the engine so far, we're just literally trying to strip every single bit of the suspension off. Refurb as much as we can, build as much as we can. Jobs are good. Right, everything in the back's removed. Let's get the battery out there as well. Everything but the engine succeeds. Right, let's do the rest of the renovation then. A lot of this is just capable of going straight back in, which is actually fantastic. And it's even better that I don't have to buy half of it, because the majority of the time, once you do this and then you're trying to build, you're trying to spray and build, like, and you're trying to find out the wee bits that you don't really have that you need to buy. It's not ideal. Baffles me why there are rear intercoolers. Right, we have successfully managed to do what we needed to do. Let's go. Calipers. They're going blue. Hey, Matty. How are you? There's actually no painting half this stuff, considering I'm just going to throw it back on. But yeah. Yeah, doing good, man, doing good. Megan finishes about 9 o'clock, so I'm just sort of blasting this car out. I want to try and literally double my money. Hey, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that's sitting actually at lower... Oh man. Sitting at lower condition. Pretty hungry though. There isn't really much a point in me actually painting this because I'm literally not going to be using this car. I'm not keeping it. I'm doing it up. I'm just going to do the wee bits that I think that look like they should match together. Just so I can take some decent photographs afterwards and get certain things out that way. I've just got the last wee bits of suspension to do. Nice one. Should be these last two suspension arms. Was that bit at the end? Starter motor, that's fine. Fucking bugged my doors out. Close that one. So I can at least get in and out. If I bug myself out of the paint booth, I swear to God. I need a whole bunch of bushes. No, I can imagine, like, it's good for you just to chill out, man. Like, I was literally just sitting playing this as well. It wasn't like it was anything pure particular, but it was just if you wanted to join, that's why I messaged you. Oh, I still got to put the fucking gearbox on. What about that? I was wondering why I hadn't used the start motor yet. Need 2 tie rods, tie rods, we need 2 of them, we need 2 of them. Need 2 of the front suspension as well once we've done that. Shock absorbers, so we're not going to paint the shock absorbers, not a fucking chance, because I'm not going to be using them. Are these just A shock absorbers? Yes they are, so we need 2 front A's, 2 front A's, there we go. As for the rears, rear A's as well. I need 2 of the main toppers, we need 2 of the rear cap toppers, we need springs, so we need 2 fronts, 2 rears. Before we continue, may as well build them. $80 vertical ladder. And I'm guessing you've got somebody coming up behind you, so you have to tail ass. Didn't buy a front sway bar yet. I've got a couple of these ends actually, there's no point in me even putting these in. Put the sway bar in and figure out length A. Yeah, so I don't actually have length A, so let's get 2 lengths A. Got length B, got tons of lengths B. Oh, fuck off. We just need to get the performance brakes in. Oh shit, I just put old pads in. The other thing as well, Matt, is that you're definitely going to be getting the much stronger winds and stuff. Like, there's going to be different health and safety procedures and taking the job a wee bit more cautiously as well over the next wee while, isn't there? Because now we're in September. That says nearly into fucking... oh, fuck off. That says nearly into actual full-on autumn now. Not that the crosswinds are worse or anything, but like you can hear a lot and obviously feel a lot more. Yeah. I wonder how that, like, sort of, how you operate then, like, once you're out with the wind limitations, do you just go fuck it? Like, it's not getting fixed today. Just let it fall down. Just let it just die. Oh, I didn't actually realise that those tanks... I thought I repaired those tanks though. Weird. Therefore we cannot work, therefore it's fucked, therefore die. Shit. Is that a small bearing that needs to go in there? Yeah, it is. Let me just go pick up some out of the warehouse, there's no point in buying them. It's fine, let's go. Right through the fucking exhaust. I love modded content in this game. It just looks so weird. Hey Shan, how are you? No, I've got sway bar linkages in here as well. I've done it again. Warehouse 2. There's 2 of them. How are we? Need a bunch of small bushes. Still sore. You need to make sure you're fighting fit for next week. Got long journeys to go. And our butts are going to be majorly sore doing that. Thinking I was talking with Megan as well. For on the way back up, we'll look and potentially see it, just try to book in somewhere. For like just staying in. Yeah. Celerian, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, we're going to try and maybe look at a hotel on the way back up. Just so that way, because we're going to arrive at like pure God knows what time at the night. It would be quite nice to potentially just go and maybe, especially the fact Alton Towers closes at 5 and then we're already heading back up the road, so we'll have a wee look, and then that way the next day we can enjoy maybe dropping into a castle and it's not going to be like late as in we can't get in the castle. So something like that. We'll take it how it is. We'll see how we feel as well. Like it's a bit for everyone as well. See how we feel on the day. Yeah, I think we're good though. We're nearly at the alloy stage. And then engine bay. Play it by ear. Right, so we need the performance fuel pump. Go by the fuel pump. I'm trying to think for anything else for the front. Is there performance intercoolers? Yeah, there is. So 2 performance intercoolers, 1 large. We'll take the old ones off. Don't know why I'd not even ever thought about that in any of these. Oh, take me to the front of the car, please. There we go. Still got a radiator to put in. So we've got the stuff on the top half that still needs to get put on. That's not the worst case. I just want to double check. Other than the battery, I don't think there's anything else that I need to actually do from underneath here. So we can finally drop this bad boy down and start putting in all the wee extras that we need. So we need a new ECU. We need the standard air filter. We can't repair reservoirs. We can repair fuse boxes, so that will go back in. We have repaired the ABS pump and the ABS module, so they can go straight back on. And the only other thing really is a battery and the radiator array. I think the radiator, yeah, I was going to say we did actually manage to fix the radiator, but I don't know whether you get a performance one. No, you don't. You don't get anything but a performance air filter, so that's fine. We can leave that as is. We'll buy the rest of these parts as they're here. We'll need to go into the electric section as well. I just want to double check that there's no special ECUs. Just always double checking. What I'm thinking is, right, I need a battery as well. That's what I needed. Batteries. Had a wee brain fart there, but it's all good. We need all these fuses sorted out, so let's just put in these wee tanks, make sure everything's all in. I don't need faff about anything else. Right, so bang, 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 bang. There's actually no need to have this many fuses in a fuse box. In this game at least anyway, because it has a simulator, but does it really need to be that simulated? Wish you could just buy the fuse box and it has all the fuses in it. Cancel, did that remove it? No, it didn't, just one fuse, that's fine. As soon as you buy this with this quality of life mod, it's brilliant. Just removes it from your shopping list. One more shift, John boy? Yeah, no. I just want Monday over and done with as well. Like, I've got a lot to do on Monday, and that did not put in a new fuse. Why? I'm sure I definitely clicked relay 3. Oh well. I'm looking to just for us to be able to get away. Really nice for the fact that we can get away. Just to let you know, Shan, if you can, try and get a new jacket before we go, because it's meant to be quite wet. And the last thing you'll want to do probably is walk about Alton Towers with your big massive duffel hang on. Coolant, reservoir, ABS, oil. That's us. Put on the battery. Put in the fuel pump. And the last thing we need to do is alloys. The wheels are missing, so I can't even drop it fully, that's my bad. Right, so separate parts. Let's separate these alloys off. I'll go get the other ones that are in the warehouse. They're under warehouse 5. Yep. Said I was going to give myself an hour and a half to do this. I've literally done it within an hour, so I feel like I've done pretty well that way. Right, so we need to decide on rims. The big question is always, I want to try and go for sort of GTR style rims anyway, and there's the ones that the 370 comes in, because it's an official. There's the other ones that the GTR comes in. So they're the GTR alloys there. Let's look at the 370. I quite like the 370 rims, but I think we'll shove GTR rims on it. So what's the size of the tyres that we've got? 18s that we're sticking to. We're going to stick to the same sizes, 4 of 18. We are then going to do what I always do. Get a wee bit of paper, because I always forget. And look at the tyre sizes. And we have 2, 4, 5, 40, 18. Tyres. I think we'll do... We could do slick tyres, but what's the point in doing slick tyres? Could we do slick tyres? I guess it is a race spec. Think we'll just do regular race tyres. Make it look as clean as anything. So 2, 4, 5, 4, 0. 4 of, buy. We will go paint. Hope I've not broken this paint booth. I think I've broken the paint booth, which is not great. I think we'll stick to keeping things sort of goldish. The chrome's always nice, it is always nice, but for what it takes. I'm not going to keep this car, but we're going to do it up to nearly 100%. To the way that I would do it normally. Now I've always wanted a Skyline, but the model is pretty like janky, so I've got a feeling that at some point I will probably remove the mod. So I don't want to have a car that I've got sitting there where I owned it. And yeah, I killed the mod basically and I'll lose the money. I need to fucking sort that out, man. And the last one. Right, the alloys are done. Let's just double check everything's sitting in here and showing at 100%. Nothing's greyed out. Car parts 4 and car parts 3. What the fuck are they? It's not the rear seats. Put it right down the ground because this is just a wee bit too high. Where's car part 4 and car part 3? 3E? Is that the actual body itself some pretty bad nick? Right, that makes more sense, never mind. We'll shove that down. We'll modify this as well in a wee minute, just so it's more tailored. That makes more sense. There we go. Repairs all that. I was wondering because it wasn't showing up as like an actual car part. Right, so these are still 67, 63%. I would love to know what car part 4 and car part 3E is. Not a weird rear window or anything like that. Oh, right, so car part 4 is the badge. and I'm guessing there's one on the front. Nah, the driver's seats are out, Matt. I've got a feeling it's something like a badge or something like that somewhere. Car part 3E. Hey, fuck it. So the best way we could probably sort this one out is actually be going into the main listings and see what car part 3E actually is. 3E is the exhaust tip. That's its own part. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I could have done that to begin with, but that's my bad. We'll refurb these alloys, we can always put them away and reuse them somewhere else. We can change the V-spec to sign and we can refurb the exhaust. Brilliant. What I'm going to do as well then, 3E is a big rocket. I would like a proper Electronic Arts black box. I think we'll put that one on instead. Don't need an M-spec nor bunk. We've got the V-spec. We want to have all the Nismo kit on it, I guess. Top secret, Nismo. Let's see what I think it's mainly stock that we've got. Right, so we've got the J bumper, the C hood, the J cover, Nismo, that's fine. Right, okay. What's the C and the J? So the J's got the full line. I think we'll put on a C because it's got the border section down the bottom. We have the J cover, which is chrome. That's perfect. We're going to keep with the stock section. We've got part 1 on just now. I think we'll put on the Nismo kit as well. So the Electronic Arts black box I think is the Need for Speed stuff. Front left, we'll have that in B. So C, B. I really like the stock hood, but this is the Nismo hood, so we'll keep it. Where's the other door? Up here. There we go. You can get stock tinted as well, which is quite nice. Right, so let's go on for the eyes. I think we'll go for C. So much you can do on this car, it's unreal. Lights. We could go for the full mirror style lights. We can go with keep with the original lights. I think we'll go with E. We'll go for the Nismo kit on the rear as well. Spend quite a fair bit on body, but it's worth it. I really do like the West kit. The West kit's one of the nicest. We don't want to really have the big wide arch at the back. We'll leave them. We'll change them in a second. We don't want it debadged. Or I don't want it debadged. We'll get the stock windshield. Stock tinted rear. Stock tinted fronts. I think we're doing good. Oh, they're much nicer. You can actually see the Nismo coming through, which is good. These are Nismo sections anyway. Looks like there's no window at all in there. I just put a window in and there's no window. God damn it. Let's try that again. Is it bugged? Oh well. Stock. Nismo. Stock. There we go. Put V-Spec badge back on. There's definitely no window on that left side at all. Not on there. Great, I think it's bugged. So let's look at the windows again. Left. Left. Yeah, I think the window's bugged. Great. Looks really nice and black though. I think we'll probably keep it black. Right, next up, paint booth. Get it all painted, uniformed. Camera's a bit fucked. As per. Definitely, I think I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of this mod. It'd be really nice to have a skyline. Look, there's a window way up there. Fucking model's fucked. Why am I not surprised? Put on the plates. Two blank. That's brilliant, mate. What are they doing away up here? I mean, as long as the car shows it's doing 100% of its job, that's all I care about. And that's what it is. It's showing 100% even. Can we get a round of applause for this mod? This is the greatest mod ever created. Jesus fuck, how could you fuck that up so much? I think I'll stick to just building GTRs and not custom R34s. That is really bad. Like really, really bad. I'd like to do a round of applause, but I think I'd break your ears. Right, so checking everything 100% done. 100. We've stripped this car. It was sitting at about 60% in total. Let's see what we have done. We have fucking made shit tons of money. Thank God. That's what we're looking for. That was literally all I was looking for was this. So the other thing that I'm going to quickly do then is pull this onto entrance 1. We can really see the just so we can really see those windows. Right, so we're going to save the game. We're going to return to main menu. We're going to just let it refresh itself. Yeah. I'm just going to see if this fixes it. If it doesn't, we're selling it anyway. You heard the doors open up there. I need to probably reset the game like that. Nah, the fucking model itself is bugged. Overall, it looks amazing. Like if I had a Skyline, this is what I would have it as. Is this? Overall, quite impressive. Let's go in the driver's seat and let's take it round the test track. See how good it drives. Might just have to relaunch the mod as well because the model's probably not updating correctly. It's really fast. It is really fast. It's nearly as good as the fucking... Oh shit! Oh, it's nearly as good as the TT. I really want one. I mean, I really want one in real life anyway. Okay, there we go. I wonder if it's maybe just a bug with the Nismo windows. It could just be something to do with the Nismo cowl and shield and all that sort of stuff. It fucking looks brilliant. Like the actual model looks brilliant as well. I'm just really disappointed other than that. Right, so we're not going to take any photographs of this. You've seen how a strip down's done live on Twitch. I'll put this up in the highlights like I'm doing with nearly every car that I'm doing. The latest one that I did do was this Jaguar E-Type, but I unfortunately just didn't do it on live stream because I wanted it sort of chilled to build. Everything was completely... There was nothing in this car, like nothing. So I've spent the most amount of money on this, and that's why I've ended up getting this to rebuild the funds basically. So yeah, we're just going to straight up sell this, and very good, very nice. Thank you very much for watching, anyone that's actually still in the stream. Matty especially, thank you so much. For the new follower, Celerion, is it Celerion? Celerion? Thank you very much for the follow, and Eric, thanks so much for dropping in. We're just going to sell this car, get that 353,000. I only spent, how much did I spend this? 110,000. No, buy price was 127. So I bought it for 127. I've been more than fucking half my money back. So there's definitely ways and means on trying to make money using these sort of mods. which is great. The Q quality of life mod also allows me to see all my cars that are in the parking lot, that are in like my parking allocation. It shows me the top 5 within my car park as well, so that's a nice wee addition to the mods. Yeah, I made an absolute ton of money. I could actually go and buy a proper Skyline that's not bugged out of its tits. Thanks very much. I'll put the VOD back up on this. It'll be on the Discord as well. Give it roughly about 10 minutes and it'll be on Discord. Thanks very much again once more for watching, and take care.